Do you want to know how much YouTube paid us in 2025? This year we had more views, more subscribers, and less money. In this video, we're breaking down exactly what we earned in 2025. This isn't about bragging, and you'll understand that once we get to the figures. This is about being honest about how YouTube really works for a small travel channel with no viral videos. Last year we shared a video called How Much YouTube Paid Us for 3 million Views. The comments on that video made one thing really clear. A lot of people don't really understand how YouTube works and how creators get paid. So in this video, we're sharing the reality. We'll share our 2025 figures, what worked, what didn't, and we'll share a few things that caught us by surprise along the way. Plus, we'll give you a sneak peek into what we've got planned for 2026 looking forward. If you're new here, hi, we're Nigel and Sue. Well, I'm Sue, Nigel's off doing something. We're a couple of midlife adventurers who love getting out and exploring the world. Back in 2020, during those crazy times, we bought a cargo van and we converted it into our tiny home on wheels, and then we set off on a journey around Australia. That big lap, as we call it, took us 3.5 years. And when we came back from that, we sold that van and we moved to Europe, where we bought this factory-built camper van, and we've been exploring Europe now for just over 18 months. And we spent most of 2025 in the Balkans. On this channel, we post weekly videos about the places that we visit, but we also share the realities of what it's really like to live and work full-time in a van. Now, if this is the first video that you've seen on our channel, please only subscribe if you're interested in van life and travel. We don't usually talk about money. We always try and show what life on the road is really like, not just a highlight reel. That said, we're not a drama channel. Stuff does go wrong. The van breaks down. We make navigational errors. Sometimes somebody might fall off their bike and get injured, and we'll show you that stuff. But we don't go chasing the drama. But let's be honest, those sort of videos do get more views. One comment that we did get was people saying how much they appreciated learning how YouTube actually works, because let's face it, a lot of people don't really understand that. Is this really a viable way to earn a full-time living? The reality is for us that we're living on the road full time, which means working on the road. And when you are working on the road, one of the things that you need is good, stable internet to upload videos, check emails, and just keep everything running smoothly. You all know that we've been using the Holafly eSIMs for a while now and how much we love having unlimited data on our phones. But when you work remotely like us, sometimes a simple eSIM just isn't quite enough. We're super excited that Holafly has just introduced a monthly subscription called Holafly Plans. There are two options, a 25 gig plan for when you just need everyday connectivity, and an unlimited plan, which is what we use. It's got unlimited data, unlimited hotspot, and even a local number for receiving texts, all for a set monthly fee. For us, this is a game changer. We don't have to rely on Starlink anymore. Did we mention how power hungry that thing is? And we can work, check our socials, and even stream our favourite TV shows just using our phone's plan. You can use the Holafly plan in 160 destinations with no roaming fees and no SIM swapping. And there's a nice safety bonus. If you need to pause or cancel your plan, Holafly Plans automatically gives you 1 gigabyte of data every month with their always on feature, so you're never completely offline. Check out Holafly Plans using the link in the description of this video, or scan the QR code on the screen now and use our code Nigel and Sue for an exclusive discount. Okay, before we get to our 2025 figures, let's have a quick breakdown of how we actually make money on YouTube and the different ways that we get paid. There's a couple of things I forgot last time, so thank you to the people who commented or asked questions about that. The number one way that we get paid is by ad revenue. You probably saw an ad before this video. And if a video is over 8 minutes long, you might see ads during the video and again after the video. When a creator has over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on their channel, they can apply to join the YouTube Partner Program, and then YouTube shares a portion of that ad revenue with the creator. So the more views you get, the more people that see the ads, the more money we can earn. Contrary to what some people believe, we don't actually get paid for the number of subscribers we have. Having more subscribers simply means that a creator's video is shown in more people's home feed, meaning that theoretically they should get more views on that video. But it doesn't always work like that. We see some creators with over 100,000 subscribers that only get a couple of thousand views on a video. Now, on our last YouTube income video, we had some people comment that they pay for YouTube Premium so that they don't have to watch ads. What you'll be happy to know, or I hope you're happy to know, is that YouTube shares some of that money with the creators whose videos you watch. So you are still supporting those creators. Now, in terms of those ads, we don't have any control over what ads you see. That's all determined by an algorithm and based on your interests and your viewing habits, and possibly even the things that you talk to your friends about, if you believe those conspiracy theories. Advertisers pay a different amount of money to advertise on different types of videos. It's also a seasonal thing. So in December, we were earning quite well, and then January came. Not so good. We also earn money when people give us what's called a super thanks, which is like a donation that they will pay if they've particularly enjoyed a video. But of course, YouTube takes their cut of that money as well. So some creators will have a link to other platforms like Buy Me a Coffee, where if you donate through those platforms, the creator gets to keep a lot more of the donation that you're giving them. Then we also earn through YouTube memberships and our Patreon community. So these lovely people support us directly and they get early access to our videos and some exclusive bonus content as well. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. We do take on a small number of sponsors for our videos, and we only take on sponsors that we actually have used the product and that we feel are relevant for our channel and for our viewers. All right, let's get to the figures. This is the part you've been waiting for, right? In 2025, we published 51 videos. That's almost one a week. We did take Christmas week off. We also published 6 shorts, but honestly, we only earned about $2 from those 6 shorts, so they're not really worth counting. Now, our top performing video that we published in 2025 was our last YouTube income video. That video has 114,000 views and it has earned us $1,156.46 as of today, which is the 16th of January. Not bad, right? But interestingly, our top earning video is the top 10 things to do in Kosovo. This has had about 90,000 views, but it's earned us $1,200. Less views, more money. Why is it so? It all comes down to something called the RPM, or revenue per mil, which is what we get paid for every 1,000 views on that video. Advertisers pay more for some videos than others. Now, here's one of the cool things about YouTube is that our content can keep earning long after it was published, unlike other platforms like Instagram or TikTok. Not that we're on TikTok. So even videos from years ago can continue to earn money. For example, our video about the Dolomites called We Cried was published in late November 2024, was our most watched video in 2025. And our It's Hard solo female van life video was published in April of 2024, and that was our 5th most watched video in 2025 and our 3rd top earner. And that is the power of evergreen content and one of the beauties of YouTube. Oh my God, I don't know if you guys can hear those roosters. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and there's roosters crowing while I'm trying to record this video. I'm sorry. Silence. Okay, let's get to it. Here's the numbers. So let's compare year on year. In 2024, we had 1.5 million views and 16,000 subscribers, and we earned $21,281. In 2025, we had 1.68 million views. We ended the year with about 26,000 subscribers, and we earned, drumroll, $20,002. Yep, that's right. More views, more subscribers, and less money. Cue the Tassie Devil scream. Why is it so? Again, it comes down to RPMs. Not all videos are created equally. Only about half of our top 10 videos from 2025 were actually published in 2025. Older videos often had a higher RPM, meaning they earned more. And just to clarify, when we say we haven't had a viral video, we mean that. We consider a viral video to be one with over 1 million views. Our most watched video, which is that It's Hard solo female van life video, has had 376,000 views. We call that semi-viral. Now that single semi-viral video has earned us $5,800 for 376,000 views. Imagine what we would be earning if we had a real viral video with several million views. But again, it's not predictable. It'd be easy to say, oh, we'll just make a whole bunch of videos about solo female van life. Well, firstly, I'm not always in the van on my own. And secondly, it's not predictable. I did create 2 more videos since that one about solo female van life. And while they've performed well, above average, they haven't blown up like that one did. So, we're really at the mercy of the algorithm. Now, of course, $20,000 isn't enough to live on. And remember, that's 20,000 Australian dollars. So, of course, we have to supplement our YouTube ad revenue with other sources of income as well. Sponsorships brought in a couple of $1,000s in 2025, and we've earned a couple of $1,000s worth of affiliate income. And of course, we can't forget our Patreons and channel members. That's brought in just over $1,000 to our revenue as well. And we really appreciate that support. Up until October 2025, Nigel was still working as a helicopter pilot. He would work 6 weeks on and then have 6 weeks off. So when he was off work, we'd be filming, and then when he went back to work, I'd do all the editing of all of the videos. He retired in October 2025, and since then he's been in the van full time, and he's been helping out with editing photos, writing blog posts, and keeping our Google Maps up to date. It's great having him in the van full time. So what's next for us in 2026? We've got lots of exciting things coming this year. We've just started diving into digital products. We've just launched our first, which is a road trip guide to the Peloponnese in Greece. And next week, we're launching an ebook that we've been working on for the last couple of months, and we're really excited about. These guides are a way for us to share the insider tips that we've learned the hard way along the road over the years. We really hope that they help inspire other people on their journeys. We're sharing things that don't always make it to the video. And, these are just another way to help keep us on the road and keep producing these videos. Obviously, we want to grow our YouTube income. We were watching a Taylor Swift documentary the other night, and in that, it was from a few years ago, but Taylor's manager called her to say that she had not been nominated for a Grammy award that year. And rather than get all upset about it or start blaming something, Taylor just said, really matter-of-factly, okay, well, I need to make a better album. And that really resonated with us. If we want to grow our channel and reach more people, we need to create the best possible content that we can. So, in the words of Taylor Swift, we need to make better videos. We're going to continue making videos in that top 10 style, like the top 10 things to do in Kosovo. These don't perform as well immediately as our weekly vlogs, but they do continue to grow over time. They bring in new viewers to our channel and help grow our channel long term. Of course, the weekly vlogs aren't going anywhere. We're going to keep sharing our life on the road, the highlights, the hidden gems, and the realities of living in a van full time. That's what makes this channel ours. And we love having you along for the ride. But we'd love to hear from you. What would you like to see? If you've made it this far in the video, I'm guessing that you're interested in a bit more than just that $20,002 figure. We have been asked a couple of times to share about our camera setup and how we make these videos. But to be really honest, there's a bit of imposter syndrome there. We're not professional filmmakers. We're not professional photographers. Our setup is really simple. But then that might be really relatable for people, particularly people who are considering starting to film some of their own adventures. Would you believe it if I told you we film a lot of our content on iPhones? Okay, I'm wearing this microphone now and I'm speaking into a small camera, but it is a small action camera. It's not a big expensive camera at all. So that's 2025 in a nutshell. More views, more subscribers, and slightly less money. It's not glamorous, it's not a get-rich-quick story, but hopefully it gives you a better idea of what it's really like to run a small travel channel here on YouTube. We make these videos because we love sharing our adventures, the ups and downs of life on the road, the highlights of the places that we visit, not just the drama and the shiny bits. And being open about our earnings, well, that's just a big part of the reality. Mostly, we hope that by sharing our adventures, we're inspiring other people to get out and explore the world as well, regardless of your age or where you're starting from. If you've enjoyed this peek behind the scenes, we'd love to hear from you. Drop us a comment down below, tell us what you've enjoyed, tell us what you're looking for, and tell us what you'd like to see more of going forwards. As you know, every view helps, so thank you for supporting our channel and for joining us on the adventure. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.